Good afternoon, sir. My name is Ajinkya. I am from collegedunia.com. Welcome on the collegedunia.com platform. We are glad to have you, and we are looking forward to your interviews and your views on the current situations as well as all the situations that are there in education sector. So, sir, we will start your interview with just a small introduction of yours, and then we'll go to our questions.
I am Sunil Kulkarni, currently the Vice Chairman of Kolhapur Institute of Technology, which is famously known as KIT. I am an engineering graduate, passed out in 1995. Plus, I am running my own industry, which is a manufacturer of automotive components. Also, I am a trustee in this KIT since 1999. So it's been almost 21 years for me that I have been associated with KIT management. I have held the post of Secretary KIT for 5 years, and currently I am the Vice Chairman.
Okay, excellent, sir. So, how long you have been associated with KIT as of now?
Yeah, I have been associated with KIT for the past 21 years.
Okay, past 21 years. Excellent, sir. So, sir, we will start with our interview. The first question that I wanted to ask you is about the education policy that has been introduced recently. So, sir, this education policy, what are your views on education policy? What will be the effect of this education policy on education sector overall and on the students? Can you just elaborate on that?
Is aiming at using online methods to connect with the students, and your classroom teaching will be parallelly or supported or rather replaced by the online education. As far as KIT is concerned, we have geared up ourselves to this new challenges, and we have Cisco WebEx platform on which we are conducting our online classes for all our students, and our academics is going very smoothly as it was previously. Also, we are the only college in Western Maharashtra wherein we are having virtual lab setup, which is connected with our website, and students can perform their lab experiments virtually, sitting from their home. So work from home is become the new normal now. Even if the situation changes, I think this online mode is there to stay.
Absolutely, sir. This is actually the new normal that we think is. And sir, since you have been associated with Institute for last 21 years, you are one of the integral part of this institute. So, from the perspective of corporate and from the perspective of institute, what do you think that the current corporate industry expects from the students?
Actually, the working of industry has also been changed over the past 20-25 years, and new technology has come up to take up any field, be it civil engineering, be it mechanical engineering, be it computer science. So all fields are experiencing a lot of rapid changes in as regards technology is concerned. So the corporate industry now expects the students to be ready for them when they come out of the colleges, and academicians and academic institutions have this responsibility of preparing the students as they are required by the industry. So that is the challenge before the academic institutions.
Right, sir. Absolutely. And sir, in this regard, in the same regards, what is the curriculum or what is the practices that are situated in KIT COK Kolhapur that ensures that the best practices of industry or the best minds go to the industry from KIT?
Yeah, recently. 4 years back, we were an affiliated college under the Shivaji University, and we used to follow the syllabus that was framed by the Board of Studies of Shivaji University, which runs similar across the affiliated colleges. Since last 4 years, we are an autonomous college, and we got this liberty of framing our own syllabus and we took the best advantage of this situation and prepared a syllabus comparing the best institutions across the country. And we have the board of studies wherein industry people are there to guide us. Even senior academicians are there, and our curriculum is one of the best that an institute like us can offer. This is one thing. Recently, AICTE has given us a new way to our BTech programs. That is BTech Honors we are launching since this year, wherein some streams like robotics, in mechanical engineering, or artificial intelligence or machine learning in computer science. So these will be the add-ons that we will be giving in 5 semesters for the students, and students will have to learn about this, and they will get the BTech honors degree by learning these new things that have been added. So this is one good thing that we are coming up in care.
Absolutely, sir. And sir, since you have been associated for last 21 years, and we understand for any corporate or for any institution, the leadership is very important. How the leader leads the entire pack, and how he gives the direction is very important. So I just wanted to know what is your philosophy of leadership, and how would you describe your leadership style regarding the financial matters of the institute as well as the educational matters of the institute.
KIT is run by industry people and professionals. So we are the second generation now come up. All of us are educated and run a professional management. We give autonomy as regards academics is concerned to our directors and deans and HODs. So we have a full-fledged organization setup wherein we give autonomy to these our staff members and teachers to do the best things that they are possible. So our leadership is all inclusive. We are supportive to the people. We never have any interference regarding the academics is concerned. Only finance, purchasing, and then strategies are the things that we as management look into. We follow the best practices as regards technology is concerned. Our examination cell is very upgraded. We are IT ready in that. We have a best software we can have. So that is what we have invested. Also, there is a continuous assessment system for students. So student is almost engaged full semester. He has to do his attendance properly. He has to do academics properly, mid-sem exams, then submissions, then end-sem exam, then makeup exams. So students are fully engaged into their academics. Also, extracurricular, co-curricular activities, sports. So all-round development of students is our aim. We are a very inclusive leadership, and we support our people, we nurture them. We have the very low attrition rate as regards a lot of people get retired from our institute. So nobody is willing to leave our institute. That is the strength of our institute.
Absolutely, sir. People staying for long and retiring from the institute is a good thing actually. And sir, since you have most of your career has been spent in education industry, so what makes you think that education industry is one of the best industries to work for, and why do you prefer education industry over other industries? I'm sure you have had opportunities or chances to go somewhere else, but you have stuck here. So what are the reasons?
Actually, each field has its own strengths and weaknesses. Education is a noble profession, and this is where you build careers out of careers of students in various disciplines. So one who has a flair for teaching, one who is interested in research, one who is interested in consultancy, one who is interested to train the students, to impart knowledge. this field is very nice for them, and whoever has interest in this should dedicatedly do it. And we should have good teachers, so the society will not get developed unless we have good teachers. So this is the most important thing in education, is that professors should be dedicated, committed, and that is our strength.
Absolutely, and sir, we understand that this is a noble thing to do in education specifically. But any reasons why you have actually devoted yourself to this industry?
Uh, Actually, our fathers are the founders of this institute, so we happen to be successor to their positions. And but over a period of time, we came to know about how this institute is to be run, how modern technology is to be adopted, and what vision with which we can take this forward. So we have learned a lot, and we have come a long way.
Yeah. So since the experience that you have, and two almost 2 decades, more than 2 decades of experience in this specific industry, how does that how does that experience help you in your day-to-day activities? As in, uh, does that experience changes your day-to-day activities, or how does it help you in making decisions and taking things forward?
We benchmark our institute with the best in the industry. So we see what kind of research is going on, what kind of faculty we can provide, and so we have a set procedure in KIT as to regards if any purchase is to be done, then we get the quotation, then some negotiations are done, and then our purchase routine is followed. Similarly, for any construction, building equipments, we follow the same procedure. So everything is transparent, and people are involved are very professional, and we see to it that the interest of the institution is utmost for us. So there is no personal interest while running this institute. We see to it that students are benefited, and we give the best to our students. That is the only aim.
Absolutely, sir. And sir, if you go to industry, industry has one complaint that has been there for a long time, is that the skill set of the students that are coming out of graduation, for that matter, MBA or engineering or BCA, MCA, the skill sets are not very aligned with the skill set that industry requires. So, how does KIT take care of that, and how does it gives that practical knowledge, and how do you connect with the corporates? Do you have any events that go on in the college?
Be on the forefront of changing syllabuses, and then they have to upgrade themselves to teach the students. So this is a continuous process, and whatever is happening in the industry, that relevant syllabus should be framed, and there should be a timeline wherein you can change the syllabus at a particular interval. We have to review if our syllabus is outdated or it needs to be updated. So that is one point, and we are taking care of it as per our part. And students, we are getting students exposure in base of projects from industry. Project-based learning we have introduced. So they connect with the industry. Internship we are providing in the 7th or 8th semester, so that the student spends 3 to 4 months in the industry, solving a problem or getting some training in a relevant field. So all these changes are happening, and I think we are moving in the right direction.
Absolutely, sir. And sir, since you have joined KIT, what was your vision of the college when you joined KIT, and how has that vision evolved over the time? As in, what things you wanted in KIT, and where you successful to implement those things specifically? Any such type of things? Can you elaborate on that?
Uh, as regards education, we focus on providing quality education to the students. That is there in KIT from day one. So that was not the issue. But due to the changing scenario, we also changed ourselves. We got NAC accreditation. We got NBA accreditation for almost all branches. Then we accredited our courses. We have done the NAC that I told you. So academically, whatever is possible, now outcome-based learning due to NBA we are following. So by studying a chapter, students should be able to do such things. He should be able to have this concept cleared in his mind. So what outcomes we expect from students by studying a chapter or topic, that is now there. So we have come out, not just us, but we have come a long way in education. We are now more focused. We are focusing on projects, internships. So how students connect with the industry while they are studying in college. That is the focus area.
Absolutely, sir. And sir, for a particular student, the student who is coming out of engineering or any other degree, the competition is very high. Right now, the Indian competition is unmatched anywhere around the world. So, how do you guide the student to survive in such a competitive scenario? What are the things that he should inculcate that he can actually help and have a corporate success or a good corporate life?
Yeah, these 4 years of engineering are a very important phase of anybody's career, particularly if you are pursuing an engineering degree or a management degree, because within these 4 years or a management degree of 2 years, they have to learn a lot and upgrade their skills, and that is the time where they should work hard and keep pace with what is going on. So they should have multidisciplinary skills now, because things are changing. A mechanical engineer has to know something about coding. A civil engineer has to operate computers, AutoCAD, and relevant things. So whatever new is happening, they should be aware of that. They should try to adapt to it. They should learn new things. And to survive in the competition, you have to work hard. And you have to be one of the best so that you will excel in the corporate. That is the mantra.
Absolutely, sir. Hard work is what you have to do consistently. And sir, the last question that I would want to ask you is, since last 7-8 months, uh, due to this COVID situations, the industry has slowed down. People have lost jobs, and students who wanted to do engineering or who wanted to do some other degree are skeptical about it. They're not very sure if the jobs are available in the market. So, any advice to those young students who are coming to do get a degree, as well as the students who have had some difficulty in their corporate life?
Yeah, suggestions I have mentioned to the students that they have to be, they have to work hard, they have to learn new technologies, they have to adapt themselves to whatever is happening. They should develop their personality, their communication skills, and whatever is required in their field to excel in the corporate world. So students should be aware of all these things. They have to work hard with determination. Then they have to network with good people, be in touch with their colleagues, their professors, their mentors, and yeah, they can make the most of the time they are having in engineering and build their careers. They can go for post graduation if they require, if they aspire to do that, or they can go for a job. Some may have a startup of their own. They might join their family businesses. A lot of options are there. So it is about the students to decide what they want to do.
Absolutely, sir. There are many choices. You have to make a choice as an individual as what we can do. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for your time, sir.
More elaborately, to the best of my knowledge. And thank you,
Absolutely, sir.
for giving me this opportunity. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.